Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today we're playing Nancy Drew's Secret of the Old Clock, and in today's episode, we must get into Josiah's journal. What secrets lurk in there? Have we had the secret this whole time? How can we get in? Well, we're going to check it out in today's episode, so without further ado, let's hop into the game. So, the Lest I Forget book. Josiah had a little message here. To open the journal, B coder is in the rivet. So, 2 to the right. What if we just take that at face value here? I've been puzzling over what does this whole 2 to the right thing mean, but B, C, D. Decoder, which, I mean, we already knew what this said. The decoder is in the rivet, though. Like, it just was weird. Decoder is in the rivet, but 2 letters after R is T, 2 letters after B is D. Decoder is in the trivet. So I think that's literally all that meant. Well, here's the fun part. We already decoded the trivet. So we had to go listen to the recording of the horror spooktacular, as it were, and we had to follow the different sound effects, right? And we already figured out what it was, and it was Goodfellow. So let's look at the journal again. Maybe we've been thinking about this too hard, because these are letters. Can we just write Goodfellow here? Let's see. I'm assuming this is an O since that's a D. So G-O-O-D, F, E. Hopefully we have all the letters. It looks like we do. L-L-O-W. All right.
7.025 megahertz.
Flute knows me as Puck. Is that that's the radio station, right? 5929, Grave? Is that what? Crave his cue and told him what he was supposed to say in reply. Maybe that says gave. Gave his cue and told him what he was supposed to say in reply. He thought it was a joke, but that's okay. I can trust him.
Pyramus, 7.057 megahertz.
Oh, they all have their own radio station. Okay. He was in a foul mood, but I told him his cue and gave him his reply. I told him to write it down if he did, because I could hear his pen scratching on the paper. Okay.
Bisbee, 7.050 megahertz.
Knows me as Puck.
It looks
Okay.
like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So we didn't know what stations or what radio frequencies to put them on, so this should give us the answer, and it's obviously connected to this Midsummer Night Dream stuff that we had. All right, I gave her lines, then had her say it over and over till she knew it by heart. She knows the cue line too. Don't have to worry about her. Okay, so I want to look in here one more time because there was something about this. All right, to open the big tick-tock on top. So let's make sure we write this in the correct order because I don't think we have it written down. Give Flute Bisbee, which these are not the same order they're listed in the journal. So Pyramus. Bottom's cue is in the note to Gloria, which I think her note didn't say you're a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think the sky's the limit. Was that it? We should probably go check that before we go, just to make sure that we have that written down correctly. So let's look at that letter again. Dearest Gloria, if you would do me 3 simple things, I would very much appreciate it. First, keep this note safe for me Tuck it away in a safe place, and should I ask to see it again, please allow me to do so. Second, don't mention or show this note to anyone else. Third, don't ask why. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Okay, you are a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think that the sky's the limit. Okay, so that is the correct line. That is the cue for bottom. So now I guess we go to the carriage house and see if we can figure out what the secret of the old clock is, right? I mean, that is the name of the game. Let's head on over. Hopefully we have all the pieces, but we'll see. The big tick-tock on top. That's like, that has a final puzzle sound to it, doesn't it? But we shall see. In we go. Man, these puzzles have been really cool. That's one thing I really like about all these types of puzzle games, where it's not just a lot of modern puzzle games like that, just they're not real puzzle games, they just call themselves a puzzle game. It's the same types of puzzles. You don't have these kind of unique interactions, which is what I think is really cool. Like, when I say puzzle, I mean like an escape room type experience, right? I like the detecting more, like a detective mystery game sort of puzzle, as it were. Okay, so let's look at this. Do we have... Okay, so flute is the first one. Okay, so let's see. We'll just... I assume we're going to have symbols, but let's see. So let's look in the journal, and we'll go ahead and jot down what the... I think we'll jot down what the what's the frequencies are. So let's see. They all start with 7, so I assume, yeah, that's stuck on 7. We can't even change that. All right. So the first one, 025. So we want this one to be 02, and then this one to be 5, right? Okay.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
We've made
That's a
progress.
shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
Oh boy.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. Especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
Okay. So, which one? I don't remember which one it was, though. I don't think it was the first one. We're going to have to check in the book. Let's just pick one at random.
If we shadows have offended.
I don't think it's
but
any of...
this, and
I don't
all
think it's
is
this one, but
mended,
we'll see.
That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
I'm afraid that's not it. Better luck next time. Over and out.
All right, so we got to look in our notes, actually, because that's where we have it written down. Where did we write it down? Because we found it in a book in Mr. Topham's, on his desk in a book, right? So where was it? Okay, passage, here we are. Pyramus was, let's see, where was flute? Flute. Okay, so this one was, shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fool these mortals be. Okay, so we can do that one. All right, we got to change it back again.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
Flute here. Hello, Nancy Drew.
I know that Shakespeare passage, really.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words.
Oh boy, I know where we find that one. That is in the newspaper with the hobo codes. All right, let's see. Well, Flute is obviously not your real name.
Did you know Puck very well?
I felt like I did. Met him over the radio a couple of years ago. What a character. What'd you say his real name was?
Josiah Crowley.
Strange. I never heard of him.
Why is that strange?
He led me to believe he was this big cheese out in Hollywood, some famous producer, director or something. Said he owned his own studio.
He didn't own a studio, and he certainly didn't live in Hollywood.
But he was pretty well to do.
So he was just lying to me. Well, that's all right. I may have told him a fib or three over the years myself. Like the time I told him I was a scratch golfer. I don't even know what that means. In any case.
Okay.
Hope I sent him some help. Over and out.
All right, now let's check what we have recorded for Thisbe. So Thisbe, that's for Flute. Okay, so the passage in A Midsummer Night's Dream that was labeled Thisbe was, if we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. Okay, so that's the one we originally said for Flute, right? So now let us go to Thisbe's frequency, which is 50. So 05 and then just 00. Hello?
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, they closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him.
Not
He's too far down in the
exactly.
I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
That does explain about the crystal. I thought he hadn't died
After all that rigmarole he
too
went
long
through,
ago.
making sure I knew my line and understood my cue.
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was, Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me. So
Okay.
he gave me a line to say, a very curious line, I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue.
Right.
A passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here
Okay.
goes.
So that was this one.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
Okay.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
All right. So now Pyramus should be just the third and final option, right? I suppose we could check so we don't have to do it twice, but I'm pretty sure it'll just be the final line. But in case they throw an extra one in to trick us, thou speakst aright, I am that merry wonder of the night. All right, so we want to go to 57. Of course, we got to go like all the way around the dial. I guess we maybe could have gone the other way. I don't know. I don't think it changes. All right, so 57, 6, 7. There we go.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
You
it's
know he
a
called
pretty
me
reasonable
Pyramus.
excuse.
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Right?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story, but if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
I mean,
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him. So, yeah, I guess I could tell you.
awesome. All right, so shall we there find pageant C? Nope, it's going to be this last one. Thou speakst
Thou
aright.
speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute, I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you
Oh
it was
boy.
stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
I mean, he kind of was. Now, how do we do bottoms, Q? You are a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think the sky's the limit. Maybe there's something. Let's go check out the newspaper with the hobo codes. Maybe there's something there that will be obvious. These other ones sound almost exactly like warnings of from the newspaper, so we'll just have to see. All right, so leave by road when the owner is in. Let's see, leave by road when the owner is in, because there will be thieves about. Let's see, the owner is in, hit the road, kind gentleman lives here. Leave by road. Hit the road. Okay, so leave by road has got to be hit the road, right? When the owner is in. Okay, so owner is in. We'll do this one, right? Because then there will be thieves about. Okay, so we have 3 symbols, it looks like. Thisbe's. The authorities are alert. Okay, that one. For bad weather. Do we have bad weather? Or bad water. Bad water. Okay, so it's a little square with a dot with water under it. So do not go this way. Do not go this way. Where is do not go this way? I guess that would be no use going this way. Okay, and then Pyramus, a barking dog. So that's this one, which looks like 2 W's. Would do well to hold his tongue. Hold his tongue. Let's see, a barking dog. Oh, keep quiet. That's gonna be keep quiet. Dangerous neighborhood. That's this one. So we have a little box with like a tuning fork over it. And now we'll look at, now it makes sense. I thought they were exact phrases of what was there, but now I understand that we just have to kind of interpret. So you are a kind lady. Kind woman lives here. That's the cat, right? So that one's easy. Who sparkles like good water. So I guess that's going to be fresh water, I would assume. And makes me think the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. All right. So in theory, we have all of the symbols. So now we go back once more to the carriage house and see if we have solved the mystery of Josiah Crowley's clock. The secret of the old clock. Oh boy. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. Whoop. Can we solve the big TikTok? All right, so for flute, we have this symbol, then this symbol, and then 2/10. Okay, for Thisbe, we have this symbol. Then bad water, right? And then this one. Pyramus, we have a barking dog. Would do well to hold his tongue. In a dangerous neighborhood. And bottom, you are a kind lady who sparkles like good water. Where's good water? And it makes me think the sky's the limit. Aha! What do we got here? Your goal is to reach the end of the path and to land exactly on the last spot of the board. No going over. Each card can only be used once. You do not need to use all the cards. To take a shortcut, you must be on the spot with a picture on it and use the same picture to take a pathway. Good luck. Okay. Do we start? Does it matter where we start? Like, do we start just anywhere random? Do we start here? Do we hit reset? Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Alright, so that was the rules of the game. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 would take us, if we hit, what if we hit this? Does that take us to the snowflake or 8? Takes us 8. Okay, and we can only use each one once. I see. Alright. What happens if we hit 4? And then we did this? Aha. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could do 10 and then 9. But 9 doesn't give us that good of a shortcut, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did 6. And then diamond, that'd be good. Because diamond is only 1, and that gives us way more than 1 square. The next shortcut is not until the water. Water drop, we don't have because it's 4 anyways. So, now we just have to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 9, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Easy peasy. Easiest game of my life. Oh my goodness. We have a little bauble here.
A
What?
golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
Oh, yay! Because I always wanted to do more golfing. Take this to Tiny Town, and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit a hole-in-one. Okay. Huh. A hole-in-one. Okay. Well, Tiny Town. Is that a particular hole, I wonder? Not sure. Well, time to go suck at some miniature golf then. Okay, so 6 is Tiny Town. Alright. A hole-in-one? How am I supposed to do that? I don't even know. Definitely not that way. Yeah, this is not going to work. How would you get a hole-in-one? Can I just, like, shoot it in the bank? I wonder, what happens if you did do something like that? If you, like, made it go the opposite way? Obviously, we're not getting it this time. This is just for experimentation purposes. Because I want to see what happens, like...
I hit it too hard.
Yeah, how would you even do that? I don't know. There's got to be a trick to that, right? Some kind of trick of how to get a hole-in-one in Tiny Town?
Try again.
Oh, wait a second. What is that? Oh, can we just do that? I didn't see that before. How have I never seen that? Oh, okay. What is this?
Another safe deposit box key?
Nice. Okay. Well, I guess it's back to the bank now. Maybe this will have the actual will in it? I don't know. I'm glad that golfing didn't take nearly as long as I was worried that it would.
Just settle down. It's all right. It's not all right. Stop crying. Something's wrong with you.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
What?
What do you mean? What's happened?
Please go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Okay. Emily? Are you okay? I guess we'll tell her about the secret passage, right? Let's go see. Hello?
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
Why?
Why? What's the matter?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having what Jane call it, a nervous breakdown.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
All right. Well, we're not going home. We're going to go to the bank. And we're going to go get the will. And then we're going to be like, see, you weren't crazy. Well, let's see what Jane has to say.
Did you talk to her? Do you see what I mean?
She
No
won't
wonder
listen
I
to
never
us
saw
or
heard
anything.
It was all in her mind.
I'm not so sure, Miss Willoughby. What's more, I think I found something that'll solve all her problems. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Okay, so I was right. We just need to go to the bank. Because it's definitely not in her mind. Someone is definitely trying to make her think she's crazy, but she clearly isn't. Now, the question is who? Is it... I'm not sure. Who could it be? Could it be our psychic friend? Could be. What would his motive be? That I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his motive would be unless he's just really selfish for more money. I feel like it's got to be somebody else.
I'm glad you stopped by. I need to clear the air about something. I lied before. Not just when I said the bank was doing fine when it's really not, but when I said that wasn't my car you saw parked outside the inn today. I parked it there because I didn't want anyone to know that I was at Richard Topham's begging him for money. This bank is in truly dire financial straits, and if anyone finds out...
Mr. Archer, I already knew you were at Richard Topham's today. I saw your name in his calendar.
Oh, so what can I do for you?
Well...
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
Well, then whose is this?
Can you tell me whose key this is?
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
Oh, okay, okay. So what's in here?
So, Clara Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
Apparently, he loved
What?
playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses.
Okay. The last will and testament of Josiah M. Crowley. Nice.
What this is?
All right. So can we read it? I guess
What
not.
this is. Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the library and have a talk with her right now.
So it was Jane.
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're
I
not
don't
going
think
anywhere
so.
till you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
Uh-huh.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I knew I shouldn't have let her out of my sight. Okay, we gotta be faster. All right. We're gaining. All right, we're following her. We're doing well. We got this. We just can't run out of gas. Come on. Come on. We're gonna follow Jane. Come on. Where are you going, Jane? We're not gonna let you out of our sight. Well, she'll run out of gas before we will, right? Surely?
Bet she's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
All right. Can I? I don't know if I can. She's gonna get away, isn't she? What shortcut would it be? Would-be sleuth allows jewel thief to flee the state. The idea here, of course, being we've done enough telegrams so that we know this map like the back of our hand. Let's see. Is it?
She's heading for the state line.
Let's
I
do
know.
this.
I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Let's see if we can do that. I think we can do this, right? Oh, we... What? Oh. 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 Well, we did it.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
'Cause you were hurting other
Dear
people,
Ned,
lady.
I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I just solved a mystery. I figured out that Emily Crandall's guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby.
That
after her
does
mom died.
explain why she
pretended
had
to
that.
Be Jane, not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able
Oh,
to hire
man.
all the people she needs to keep the inn going.
Nice.
He left Jim Archer a ton of money too, which means he won't have to close his bank.
Awesome.
From now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway,
Nice.
when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story.
Oh,
As
boy.
always, Nancy.
Man, that was great. We did it, guys. Hey, sassy detective, congratulations on cracking the case. You've been awarded the title of what? Like, you failed? What is our title? Smart cookie for successfully solving the case. We're a smart cookie, guys. That is amazing.
Great news, I think.
We get a
See,
preview for
Frank
the
and Joe
next
Harvey
game.
have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this mystery takes place on a train. But not just any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy Boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
Oh boy. Which game is this? Let's see, Hurley's comment. That's the name of the train, I assume. Last train to Blue Moon Canyon. Oh boy. I guess that would be what the next game. That's pretty cool how they do like a what the next feature is. That was pretty awesome. So yeah, like I was saying, like I really like the way the Nancy Drew games do puzzles, because they're they're always unique. Like the very first Nancy Drew game I played was, I think it was Ghost of Thornton Hall, I think is the name of it. But anyways, in that one, it just had some really cool puzzles. Like you had to make electricity or something with like lemons and pennies, you know, that old science experiment. And it was pretty cool. And yeah, just with the here, how you had to utilize the different cues from the Shakespeare lines with the radio in order to get the code for the big TikTok, you know, like all the pieces are intertwined, and it really gives you like a satisfying kind of escape room experience, which I really like. So I had a ton of fun with this. I hope you guys had fun watching this one, and I'm definitely 100% looking forward to the next Nancy Drew game that we choose to play. I still have several in my library. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but it should definitely be interesting. All right, so that was Nancy Drew and the Secret of the Old Clock. I had a blast with that one, man. That was very satisfying. Just all the way all the different puzzles intertwine. It's just very satisfying to finally solve it. And we are, in fact, a smart cookie. So I hope you guys had fun with that one and are looking forward to the next one. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeAR27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/LeAR27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.